Iran's football team have been granted visas to enter the United States for the World Cup, but some of the delegation have had their entry denied. The decision came just 10 days before their first match against New Zealand. There were concerns that Iran would pull out of the tournament due to the ongoing conflict with the United States. They moved their training base to Mexico, but all three of their group stage games will be held on America's west coast. Well, Iran is not the only country to have issues with visas for players and fans in the build-up to the tournament. Our correspondent Rahul Pathak is following the story. Rahul, what more can you tell us?
Well, let's stay on Iran just briefly. It's good news on the surface for them. The squad finally have their US visas, meaning they're now free to play their group matches, all three of which would have been played in the United States. But it's hardly ideal preparation for a World Cup, is it? I mean, the squad haven't had a chance to acclimatise or to train at the grounds at which they're going to be playing at, and an Iranian team official said the World Cup conditions that they've been faced with have been totally unfair in comparison to other teams, and they've actually made an official complaint to FIFA. What's more, the Americans aren't exactly rolling out the red carpet for the Iranians, judging by this quote I'm going to tell you from the US administration official. He's quoted as saying, "We will not allow them to abuse this system to sneak terrorists into the United States." I think, remember, this is a World Cup, of course, the first World Cup tournament to have a host nation currently at war with a participating team. So a unique situation. But another team that's had issues with visas, although I think slightly self-inflicted issues, has been the South Africans. The South African sports minister saying his country had been made to look like fools because of visa delays, but they were put down to an administrative bungle. The squad have now had their visas issued, and their final warm-up match, though, against Jamaica, which was due to take place in Mexico City last Friday, had to be postponed. It's going to be played later today. And again, not ideal preparation, not ideal, you know, teams, especially South Africa, need time to acclimatise in a country like Mexico, very high altitude, very unique conditions, and this kind of visa chaos is probably the last thing that squad needs. Now, also, we all know that the United States have made it very, very difficult for foreign visitors to enter the country, and this is obviously going to have a knock-on effect and impact on those ordinary fans hoping to travel to the United States to watch the World Cup live. Now, out of the 48 teams at this tournament, 4 teams have been directly targeted. Iran, we've just talked about, Haiti, Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, and Senegal. Now, for Iran and Haiti, ordinary fans from those countries are completely barred from travelling to the US, from entering the US. Ivory Coast and Senegal are both under partial travel bans, so they're targeting visitor visas, and the US says it's due to a high overstay rate on visas issued to people from those countries. But with the US making it so difficult for foreign fans, you know, to enter their country to watch the World Cup, it's making it, you know, especially ones from Africa, you feel that the World Cup is really missing out on kind of the colour and spectacle that these fans always bring. So I think this World Cup will be poorer for the lack of those fans.